was the only thing keeping the heat on. These floors build legends, names that still echo in hallways, banners, and backboards. Generation after generation, the game stayed the same. Hard work, toughness, heart, and dedication. And now, the stage gets bigger. From neighborhood gyms to the biggest arena in the city, this is where tomorrow's stars step into the spotlight, where rivalries rise and moments become memories. This holiday season, Pittsburgh Hoops comes home. Welcome to PPG Paints Arena. Welcome to the Edgar, Snyder & Associates Holiday Hoops Classic.
Good afternoon and happy holidays as we bring you a third edition of the Pittsburgh Holiday Hoops Classic for Game 2 of the afternoon as it pits the Fox Chapel Foxes from 5A up against the 3A Avonworth Antelopes right here on Sportsnet Pittsburgh. Hello and welcome here to PPG Paints Arena. Rachel Zimmerman, Jack Ridenauer here with you. And Rachel, these two teams going in different directions. Fox Chapel potentially could lose a fourth game in the last 6 matchups, while for Avonworth a chance to maybe push a little bit of momentum into the holiday and get a second straight win.
Yeah, both teams are looking to get hungry, excited to be on the big floor, preparing for their next section game as well.
Looking at Fox Chapel sitting at 3-4 overall, 2-0 in section, tied for first in section 1 with Shaler, while for Avonworth sitting at 2-3 overall, 2-1 in section 2, 3A, but coming off a big win, Rachel, against Deer Lakes, 53-21, and I'm sure the Antelopes are going to have a lot of momentum and a lot of positivity to carry into this one.
Yeah, absolutely. They're very well coached, and that having that big win does build a lot of confidence and momentum, especially playing at PPG Arena against the Fox Chapel Foxes.
And for Fox Chapel coming off a loss to Alderdice 58-44, so hoping to get back into the win column here this afternoon. We've got tip-off coming up next here from PPG Paints Arena. It's Fox Chapel and Avonworth for some Holiday Hoops Classic.
Starting the boxes, Edgar, freshman, number 21, is Edgar, 6 sophomore, number 2, Bailey Sacco. Edgar, 5'9", sophomore, number 24, Nina Junior, number 5, Emily in the point guard, 5'4", senior, number 1, Iowa Chaplin. The assistant coach of the Foxes is County.
Back here on Sportsnet Pittsburgh, live from PPG Paints Arena for Game 2 of the Pittsburgh Holiday Hoops Classic, presented by Edgar, Snyder & Associates. Rachel Zimmerman, Jack Ridenauer here with you, about to get this one tipped up and underway. Taking a look at the starting lineups for these two teams. Avonworth rolls out Julia Nardozzi, Natalie Frank, Megan Obersteiner, Sydney Langford, and Bria Onishko. While over for Fox Chapel, it is Lila Jablin, Bailey Sacco, Emily McKee, Isabella Geller, and Nina Kolakowski. Rachel, you mentioned how this could be up-tempo, but could also be a little bit slow with some zone getting mixed into the mix.
Yeah, both coaches are planning to play what is their reading and what works best for their teams. But I'm really excited about this matchup between 2 point guards. High-profile guards, number 21, Bria Onichko, and number 1 with the ball right here, Lila Jablin.
Fox Chapel in the white, Avonworth in the red. Underway as both teams looking to pull to an even 500 overall.
Yeah, already starting Fox Chapel playing a 1-2-2 zone. Or I'm sorry, Avonworth playing the 1-2-2 zone. Good take there.
Sacco offline on the first shot. Good sign having Sacco back in the lineup. She hit a little bit of the injury bug in the springtime during AAU basketball, but back to full strength for the basketball season in high school.
Yeah, Foxes are playing a 2-3 zone. A lot of ball movement is going to have to attack, and some paint touches will be really important for Avonworth to get some scores.
Good defense by Fox Chapel, and it's Lila Jablin who takes it away. Feeds Emily McKee. And Avonworth, for the moment, comes away unscathed, still scoreless, a minute gone.
McKee's a stellar soccer player, All-American, heading to Pitt, is her first true love in sport.
Good defense down low by Bria Onichko to take it away. Or check that, Isabella Geller on the takeaway. There's the aforementioned McKee. Loses it.
Yeah, they're just still settling in. I think playing on this big stage takes a little bit of time to adjust.
Foul comes against Avonworth's Natalie Frank, her first in the team's first. Well, Rachel, as a former player herself, I mean, what kind of adjustment do you have to make to get ready to play on a court that is of this size?
Yeah, I was talking to the coaches a little bit. I think your shot perception and adjusting to this huge arena does take some time. So I would definitely suggest scoring inside and work your way out. Start to build that confidence.
Isabella Geller goes 2 for 2 to get Fox Chapel on the board first. Well, full court pressure here with Lila Jablin leading the way for the Foxes. Nardozzi. Second try, batted away by Kolakowski. Antelopes reset.
Good deflection. And really, Fox Chapel given a lot of opportunities for Avonworth to get those second chance opportunities.
Early 1-0 lead, or excuse me, 2-0 lead for Fox Chapel.
Ball pressure. Zone's got to move a little bit faster right there, and knocking it down. Big time 3 by Megan Obenstein, and two opposite of what I just said. Hit a big time 3 with this depth perception.
Obersteiner cashes in, put Avonworth up ahead early in this one. And both teams trying to get to 500 overall in the record. Jablin, strong drive, and she goes to the free throw line.
Lila Jablin is only 5'4", but plays a lot bigger than her size. She's a Case Western commit, and really Fox Chapel runs on how she plays. So this is a good chance for her to get on the board early.
Yeah, Jablin saw a lot of interest amongst many colleges, to say the least, as she misses the first free throw. You mentioned her being committed to Case Western Reserve. She had University of Hartford calling, Ohio Wesleyan, John Carroll, just to name a few. Up and good.
A little full court pressure right there. Still a zone look. But Avonworth broke that pretty easily. Good hands and deflection by one of the twins, Nina Kolowski.
McKee offline. Very quick possessions offensively for both these teams to start. All tied at 3 early on in this one.
Good flare screens. I'd like to see a little bit of high post action.
Nardozzi can't get the bounce. Great box up by Jablin. And a foul that goes against Avonworth. So quickly, the Antelopes' third team foul in this first quarter. That's on Onichko, her first.
When you talk about leaders, we talked a lot about Lila Jablin, but for the Lopes, you're going to hear and see Bria Onichko really be important for this team for Avonworth. Good extra pass.
Jablin dishes. Back down for Avonworth.
Yeah, Jablin has some great vision. Her teammates are just not really catching the ball that she's feeding them.
And right now, both teams somewhat stagnant to start, almost halfway gone in quarter one. Avonworth sitting at 2-3 overall, coming off a big win against Deer Lakes. Good feed inside, but offline for Langford. Second try is true as she sticks it in.
Langford, big body underneath, good physicality, and staying with the play.
Jablin in a straitjacket, and it's back down for Avonworth. Great defense in the full court to get to Fox Chapel's key player. Right now, this Fox Chapel team trying to avoid what could be a second straight loss after losing to Alderdice.
Fox Chapel starts to sub right now. You'll see that they go 9, 10 deep, a little bit different than Avonworth. You'll see them play about 7 of their players today.
And both teams like to play up-tempo in full court.
Now you got a little man-to-man action for Fox Chapel, mixing it up.
Obersteiner. Good rebound inside by Kolakowski. The tie-up, and the arrow favors Avonworth. Avonworth averaging around 44 points per game, but allow 42, so really the defense has been the struggle at times for the Antelopes. Nardozzi. Great job by Shevchuk to corral. And it's back down for Fox Chapel.
Yeah, I'm impressed with the Avonworth defense right now. They're causing a lot of destruction for Fox Chapel to even break their pressure and get across midcourt.
Let's take it to a media. 5-3 Avonworth in this nip and tuck battle here on the Pittsburgh Holiday Hoops Classic on Sportsnet Pittsburgh. Halfway through quarter one here at PPG Paints Arena for the Pittsburgh Holiday Hoops Classic, brought to you by Edgar, Snyder and Associates. 5-3, Avonworth ahead by a bucket, looking to avoid what could be a second straight loss. Rachel Zimmerman, Jack Ridenauer here with you. Rachel, what have you liked from the early going of this one so far?
So far for Avonworth, I really like their defensive intensity. They've been sticking to the zone, but they started going full court, causing some destruction for Fox Chapel to get even their offense started. Good deflection by Bria Onichko.
Does stay with Fox Chapel. That pesky Avonworth defense getting to Fox Chapel early. Gianna Lafakis Handley is checked in for the Foxes.
Yeah, to break a zone, you really have to have great ball movement and some penetration.
Here's Jablin, key returner from last year's team that finished with 13 wins overall. McKee. Jablin punctures in. Good dish, but travels.
I don't know about that call. She got great paint touch, and that's what you want to see against a zone. It opened that dish up for her player underneath, but she was going to throw that away anyways. I think that's a good Euro step.
Jablin, she definitely likes to get to the painted area, very aggressive driver.
She stepped into a more leadership role this year, definitely was more of a distributor, but she's relied to be a scorer this year, averaging 12 points a game.
Good hands by Kolakowski. And back comes Fox Chapel. Down by 2. Trying to avoid what could be a 4th loss in the last 6 games, as both teams sitting below 500 overall. McKee finds Jablin. Lefakis Hanley. Fight for the board. Harper Robinson comes away with it.
Good defensive rebound, and whenever you talk to Coach Nick Dizon about how he wants to play, he wants to dictate the pace. So right there, I was expecting a little bit faster transition game to get into that offense, but they're slowing it down, playing to their benefits.
Onishko comes away with it.
Good feed.
Nardozzi, empty. Here comes McKee. Fox Chapel trying to surge back ahead. Kolakowski punctures through and earns a trip to the charity stripe.
So far, Fox Chapel's only scored from the free throw line, so that tells me right there you got to penetrate and look to attack, and Avonworth needs to make sure they're staying out of foul trouble, not bailing them out.
Kaya Kolakowski misses the first. Well, a good time for a team that is struggling offensively to kind of get itself reset. The free throw line, get some points on the board without the clock running. As Bailey Sacco re-enters in for Fox Chapel.
Kaya is a twin sister. Her sister Nina started the game, and she comes off the bench. They're a good 1-2 punch.
Back down for Avonworth. This Avonworth team lost a key player from last year in Greta O'Brien, north of 21 points per game, tied for the all-time scoring record at Avonworth, but that's a big piece to have to replace for this year. Yeah,
both teams are on a rebuilding year whenever you think about the experience and scoring that they've lost from last year.
Obersteiner, all-section soccer player for Avonworth. Onishko, offline. Jablin again. Both teams have gone quiet with less than 2 minutes to go in this first quarter.
Yeah, I would say Fox Chapel needs to continue to push it, not let Avonworth set up in their zone, because that's when their offense is really getting a little stagnant.
Onishko with the steal. Nardozzi dives. Good fight down low with Barnes, but
I like that skip pass from Brionichko to Nardozzi. She got into the paint, just missed that layup.
Ella Shevchuk checks in along with Emily McKee for Fox Chapel. Well, especially with how much zone both teams will see, those skip passes will be very important.
Looks like Fox Chapel moved back into a man-to-man this, so they're keeping them honest.
Jablin with the steal, one-on-one. Obersteiner with good defense, but Jablin somehow escapes.
You gotta love that. Point guard, leading scorer, she picks up the ball, looks to kick it, and knows she's still gotta play. That tenacious offensive mindset, I like that about her.
Ties the score up at 5. Nardozzi dashes through, and she goes to the free throw line for Avonworth's first free throws.
Yeah, Nardozzi, not taking any time to answer Fox Chapel's first field goal.
And a strong move by Jablin. Nardozzi at the line. Also part of the Avonworth girls soccer team. A lot of players on the girls basketball team, part of the girls soccer team, and Avonworth has built a dynasty, to say the least, in girls soccer. Nina Kolakowski back in for the Foxes.
Yeah, we definitely have some great soccer players out here on the floor. We did talk about Emily McKee for Fox Chapel, already committed to play at Pitt, only as a junior. Great free throw shot by Nardozzi. She is a great outside perimeter shooter, but showing that she could get it done on the charity stripe.
McKee gets sped up. Breaks it well with Geller.
Avonworth getting so many deflections.
McKee somehow finds a lane. Looked like that was going to get disastrous, but instead she ties the score at 7.
Fox Chapel still mixing up their defense back into a 1-2-2 press.
Obersteiner. 15 seconds till the second.
Love that, seeing girls diving on the floor, understanding the importance of every possession. But if you look over at the Fox Chapel bench right now, their coaches and players are all hyped right there, knowing that that was an opportunity for a takeaway.
So the foul comes on Obersteiner. That is the team 5th foul. So that puts Fox Chapel at the free throw line with less than 12 seconds to go. Isabella Geller at the free throw line.
Yeah, I think Coach Nick Dyson for Avonworth will just need to use this time between the first and second quarter just to tell them, great, I want you to be physical, but let's do it smart and not cause fouls, because that's the only real way that Fox Chapel is scoring besides 2 field goals.
This Fox Chapel team coming off a year where it went 13-10 overall, but broke a 3-year skid without making the playoffs. So really the big question has been for Fox Chapel, can it continue that strong run, especially graduating 2 key players from last year? Second one up and good. So Geller puts the lead up to 2 for Fox Chapel.
Yeah. Avonworth's going to need to break this press, and they only have 11 seconds to do that to get a good look.
Onishko. A heave from Obersteiner, had plenty of time, but instead it comes into the hands of McKee. She heaves, and we go to the second quarter. 9-7, Fox Chapel clings to a 2-point lead in a defensive-minded 8 minutes. Stick with us. We've got more Holiday Hoops Classic coming up next on Sportsnet Pittsburgh.
Your boy Bert Kreischer is back.
Woo! I'm back, baby!
And he's giving you permission to party. So grab a friend and meet him in Pittsburgh at the PPG Paints Arena.
Done, son.
Tickets available now at bertbertbert.com.
After you've been in a serious accident, you're going to have a lot of questions about what the insurance company is doing.
These are some we hear all the time.
Why are they trying to get a statement when I'm still in the hospital?
Why are they inspecting my car without my permission?
Why are they asking me to fill out all these forms?
Why are they calling me all day?
Why do I feel like I'm being pressured to take their offer?
Want answers? Call us. And remember, there's never a fee unless we get money for you.
Nothing's sacred and nobody's safe when they cut loose. Watch those feet. The magicians of basketball.
If y'all ready for some more slam dunks, I need y'all to make some.
This game is once in a century. Be there at PPG Paints Arena on December 26th. Go to HarlemGlobetrotters.com for your tickets to the 100-year tour.
At Laway, we understand the power of personalization. From hats to water bottles, our expert services include screen printing, embroidery, and a variety of promotional items. We also specialize in team sports gear. What truly sets Laway apart is our dedicated design team, including our talented on-staff graphic designers and exponential customer service. Choose Laway to make a lasting impression on and off the field.
Get ready, Pittsburgh. The Steel City High School Hoop Showcase is here. See the top talent in the WPIAL take the court. Catch 10 weeks of Undergradle action on Sportsnet Pittsburgh. It all tips off January 9th as Newcastle faces Fox Chapel.
To the second quarter we go here at PPG Paints Arena for the Pittsburgh Holiday Hoops Classic presented by Edgar, Snyder and Associates. Rachel Zimmerman, Jack Ridenauer are here with you on Sportsnet Pittsburgh. Thanks for joining us on your Monday afternoon. Close battle between Fox Chapel and Avonworth as the Fox is trying to stave off a potential upset by 3A Avonworth. The key, Kolakowski, way off. Keeps her miss.
Gets her own rebound.
Jablin, second try. How about a third? Kicks it out. McKee.
Wow. Avonworth needs to find a body right now. Fox Chapel is just outworking them on the boards. And it's not by size, right? 5'4" guards are out rebounding.
And something Fox Chapel, as it goes back down for the Foxes, Fox Chapel really wants to implement is that idea of this is an undersized team, Rachel. They're going to have to really get into that rebounding mindset, and we saw it right there on that last possession.
Coach Marty Mathey talks about he just wants his players to play with intensity. If they're up 10, down 10, what he expects of them, they know it, and they are always willing to work hard for him.
Nina Kolakowski with too many steps. It was back and forth in the first quarter. Fox Chapel got most of its points from the free throw line and finally was able to come out of the first 8 minutes with a slim lead. Still 1-2-2 pressure by Fox Chapel and bothers Antelopes.
Avonworth just having a little bit of unforced turnovers, throwing it to midair. But here we go, Bria Nichko playing a great transition, how she plays really well.
Nina Kolakowski with a wipe-away block.
Big block.
Great
She's
transition
real long
defense.
and lanky. She was able to get that and stretch that good block on her end.
Two starters come back in for Fox Chapel in Sacco and Geller. Frank. Nina Kolakowski clears the board. Lead has not been bigger than 2 points for either team in this one.
Ball movement is going to be really key, trying to penetrate those gaps just to open things up for Fox Chapel.
Sacco steps out of bounds, back down for Avonworth.
Yeah, although she stepped out of bounds, I like the look. I like that they're driving, attacking, opening up some opportunities for players to cut and get those open gaps.
It feels like the offense for Fox Chapel is coming to life because of this really good defense. Held ball, arrow favors Avonworth. These two teams squared up last year in the regular season finale. Again, with them being in different classifications, had no impact on the section ledger, but it was Avonworth that defeated Fox Chapel 63-41. So Fox Chapel looking for a little revenge this year. As the foul comes off ball against the Foxes. That is on Geller. Her first, team's first in the second quarter.
I think when you think of both of these programs, Fox Chapel had the opportunity to play at the Holiday Hoops Classic last year here, so they feel a little bit comfortable, but at the same time, Avonworth has been playing on the big stage with WIPIOL championship appearances 2 out of the past 3 years. So both really well-coached teams and having opportunities to play on something that I would have dreamed of as a high school player in the WIPIOL back when I played.
Yeah, certainly a very cool experience to play in an arena of this size and magnitude, and obviously with it being home to the Pittsburgh Penguins, you have that aspect filtered in as well. Stays with Fox Chapel as a timeout for Avonworth. We'll do the same. 9-7, Fox Chapel up by 2. 2 minutes gone in the second quarter right here on the Pittsburgh Holiday Hoops Classic on Sportsnet Pittsburgh.
After you've been in a serious accident, you're going to have a lot of questions about what the insurance company is doing.
These are some we hear all the time.
Why are they trying to get a statement when I'm still in the hospital?
Why are they inspecting my car without my permission?
Why are they asking me to fill out all these forms?
Why are they calling me all day?
Why do I feel like I'm being pressured to take their offer?
Want answers? Call us. And remember, there's never a fee unless we get money for you.
This game is once in a century. Be there at PPG Paints Arena on December 26th. Go to HarlemGlobetrotters.com for your tickets to the 100-year tour.
Pittsburgh, get ready to see PPG Paints Arena like never before. PPG Paints Arena tours take you behind the scenes of the home of the Pittsburgh Penguins. This is your chance to step inside the Penguins locker room and feel the history of the 5-time Stanley Cup champs. See the ice from a player's point of view and go where legendary broadcasters called the biggest moments in Penguins history. From championship stories to behind-the-scenes secrets, this tour is the ultimate Penguins experience. Visit ppgpaintsarena.com and book your tour.
Back to action as Fox Chapel comes up with a steal, and Lila Jablin lays it in to stretch the lead to the biggest. A 4-point edge for the Foxes. Back here on Sportsnet Pittsburgh for the Pittsburgh Holiday Hoops Classic.
She's doing it again. Already 6 points on the night, taking it coast to coast. Great dish.
McKee gets smushed by Nardozzi. And then a held ball that stays with Fox Chapel. Rachel Zimmerman, Jack Ridenauer here with you. Happy holidays to you and yours at home.
Setting up the offense, making sure everybody's in the right spot. Nice look. And go in. Another offensive rebound by Fox Chapel.
Jablin, one too many steps. Yeah, again, that's been the big thing, really working on emphasizing hitting the rebounds hard coming into the year. And Jablin, she has been a force on the glass to start.
They say whenever Lila is going, the whole team goes. They really rely on her. So seeing that happen.
Good hands.
There we go. I still got it.
Rachel, a former Division I standout, so shaking off the rust some, I'm sure.
Yeah, like I said, having an opportunity to play here would have been a dream playing in high school.
Yeah, third year of having the Pittsburgh Holiday Hoops Classic as Jablin's three spits out. Great rebound by Geller.
Another offensive rebound by Fox Chapel. Avonworth needs to find a body, and sometimes it's harder to rebound against a zone, making sure you got the right body. Great inside-out action.
Nina Kulikowski with the game's first three. And Fox Chapel doubles up on Avonworth. Fox is trying to avoid a second straight loss and get a little revenge from last year's loss to Avonworth.
With Jablin being their leading scorer, the defense all succumbed to her. Great dish on her end.
McKee, a pest. Circles around. Good hands by Nardozzi to get back in the play. Turns into a track race. Frank. Great box out by Jablin, but out of bounds. But again, we're still seeing more of that persistent pursuit on the glass.
An offensive board for Fox Chapel. The ball keeps going, continuing plays, and second opportunities are not what you want to give up if you're Avonworth.
Avonworth yet to score in this quarter. It has been a 5-0 burst for Fox Chapel, halfway gone in the second. Onishko has a chance to end that drought at the free throw line.
I think this is really important. Onishko gets to get to the free throw line, have an opportunity to put that ball in the hoop and kind of get that weight off your shoulder as being the leading scorer for the Lopes here. She comes from basketball genes. Her mom was a stellar basketball player at North Catholic. Courtney Florian, she scored over 1,000 points, over 1,000 assists at North Catholic. Really impressive player. So you can tell she's taken after her mom.
Absolutely. 14-8. Quick timeout here. We'll stay right here with the timeout, though. But for Fox Chapel, again, a team that is coming off a lot of success from last year, lost in the first round of the playoffs to the eventual champion Peters Township. But, Rachel, I feel like for the Foxes, a team that is kind of still trying to find its identity. This is a really good start to this season, albeit under 500 through 7 games, but still a lot of positives through those first 7.
Yeah, absolutely. They are a young team. They start a freshman. They have sophomores on the starting lineup, but they also can lean into Lila Jablin and her experience as the team captain. But yeah, I think what they are happy about, you know, it never is good to lose, but they have been in striking distance the whole time against North Hills, Hempfield, and Alderdice. Some of those losses, they're very close.
You have lost 3 of the last 5 for Fox Chapel, but like you mentioned, those losses to Freeport, a 35-30 loss, to Hempfield, 44-30. So there are some that you take a couple possessions that go a different way, could be a different outcome.
And ultimately, both of these teams are just really focused on their section play, right? When it gets back into really important. Yes, this is an exciting game. Yes, this is an important game. Every game is important. But ultimately, it comes down to section play. So you're in good setting to make a run in the Whippeal championship runs, you know?
Both teams have been off to great section starts. Avonworth at 2-1 in Section 2 3A. Fox Chapel 2-0 in Section 1 5A. Here's Onishko at the line. All-section soccer player for Avonworth. Cash is the second. First points for Avonworth in this second quarter. as the Antelopes trying to get a third win in the last 4 games, but right now just looking for some offense. Good full court pressure defense, though, by the Antelopes.
Just stretching out their defense, opening up a passing lane, people getting on the floor again. I love that, seeing girls dive and try to keep a possession alive.
Held ball goes back down for Avonworth. Conversely, you look at Avonworth, and we mentioned Fox Chapel losing some key pieces, but last year you lose a player that was north of 20 points per game.
It's big shoes to fill.
Massive shoes to fill, but a lot of positivity coming from last year with 18 wins for the Antelopes.
Good hands.
Lafakis Hanley takes it away. Shuffles McKee, and it stays with Fox Chapel.
I'm impressed with the deflections that are happening. You know, it might not be a quick, easy, clean steal, but a lot of deflections, tying up balls, trying to keep these plays, defense turn into offense.
Jablin draws the foul on Robinson. This is her first and the team's first in the second quarter.
Jablin is a shifty, athletic guard. She should be looking to drive any opportunity that she sees.
Sacco cans it.
Big time knockdown by your sophomore guard.
Mentioned how she suffered an injury during AAU basketball, but back to full strength for high school hoops. Robinson breaks free and an easy 2.
I love that vision. Get the ball up the floor, a good rip through, using the glass, great finish.
Pace of play starts to pick up some, and it's back down for Avonworth.
Yeah, that's just an unforced turnover. You got to make sure you catch those clean balls.
Geller and Nina Kulikowski back in for the Foxes. Avonworth trying to move to 400 or 500 overall at 3-3. Good hands by Shevchuk, and the held ball goes back down for Fox Chapel.
It's always a great idea when you are getting pressed by a zone. Yes, get it into the middle of the zone so you can shift the ball quickly, but it doesn't have to be forced and go that way all the time. They've had a couple turnovers trying to make that entry pass into the middle of the zone.
How would you try and change that a little bit, go in a different direction?
Yeah, I like the idea what Fox Chapel has done against a zone. They're penetrating, trying to get the gaps, get people to class on them, and then dish. I think that was a little bit of a premature pass by Bria Onichko. Fox Chapel with a 6-point lead. They're not in any rush right now, but you still want to see them try to attack and get them out of the zone.
Lead has been big as 7 for Fox Chapel in this one.
Avonworth still continuing to get these deflections.
Kaya Kulikowski finds the bottom of the well. Third made 3 for Fox Chapel in this quarter alone, and it pushes the lead to the biggest for the Foxes. Good hands by Nina Kulikowski. Can't finish. Back into it is McKee, though.
Another offensive rebound, another opportunity.
And a timeout for Avonworth. Geller pushes the lead into double figures. A 22-11 lead for Fox Chapel.
That was great possessions right there for Fox Chapel. Stringing several of them together, and it starts on the defensive end.
Fox Chapel absolutely suffocating Avonworth defensively in this quarter. Just 4 points for the Antelopes in this frame alone. And the offense for Fox Chapel humming, especially from distance. A 13-4 quarter in favor of Fox Chapel.
I think we can safely say Fox Chapel is starting to feel comfortable. They're knocking down the outside shots. Now I want to see a little bit of inside action, making those easy layups that they've been missing a little bit early, because Lila Jablin's setting up her teammates. They just need to finish on those layups.
And you mentioned a really good point about how Fox Chapel played in this event last year. How much do you think that can maybe help the Foxes, and maybe did help the Foxes settle down eventually a little bit quicker than Avonworth has?
Yeah, even though they're young and several of these players are new to Fox Chapel's varsity program, they were here watching them last year on this floor, looking at this opportunity, and I think craving to be on this floor, and now they have that shot. They also have a lot of game film to rely on, looking at what they've done last year and saying, oh yeah, I could do this. I saw them last year be successful when they beat Kiski. So yeah, it's a great experience, and sometimes it does take a little bit longer to settle in.
Biggest deficit Avonworth has faced in this ball game, down by 11. Obersteiner batted around. Good job by Langford.
So long. I love that she's out there contesting these outside shots.
Stays with Avonworth.
Yeah, I think Coach Marty Mathey has to be very pleased with how his team has come out right now, getting things done defensively, but offensively hitting those boards.
Onishko, Langford, blocked by Sacco. Back down for Fox Chapel. Lila Javelin continues to be a pest offensively and defensively. Mentioned how she has really had to step into a bigger leadership role, was used to being the one that would listen to the post-game speeches. Now she is the one giving the post-game speeches. And she cans a corner three.
Let's talk about how your outside shots can be so contagious when they're going in. And you see one of your teammates shoot and the ball goes in, it makes it the hoop seem so much bigger for everybody else.
Stays with Avonworth. That is the fourth made three in this quarter for Fox Chapel, has blown this lead up to a 14-point advantage. About a minute and change to go until halftime. Javelin, a Case Western Reserve basketball commit, will be playing some high-level Division III hoops next year. We'll be playing in the UAA, really good conference.
Great find for them. They'll be really pleased with what she's going to bring. I think she can make an immediate impact in that college game.
64 seconds till half. Obersteiner. Nardozzi, double dribble.
The idea was there, the vision, her body just moved a little bit faster than what could happen.
Fox Chapel with a prime opportunity, depending on how it plays out this last possession, could hold for the final shot.
Yeah, it'll be interesting on what Coach is talking to them right now, maybe seeing that happen.
Fox is trying to avoid a second consecutive loss. Could also be a fourth loss in the last 6 games for Fox Chapel.
I'd love to see, a quick change up on the defensive end, too. They've been used to going against the zone. Hey, let's go man right now, mix things up. But good take by McKee. And
wrestles it back, shuffles it to Javelin. She goes to the charity stripe.
Yeah, so they were not working for that last shot, but it still is working to their benefit. Javelin will end up shooting free throws.
Comes on Robinson, her second. Javelin had to step into the voids left by Natalia Schaefer, who averaged 17 and 10 last year, and Bella Urso, who was up towards 15 points per game. Kaya Kolakowski checks in for Fox Chapel. Nardozzi back in for Avonworth.
So we'll see what Avonworth will come down offensively. I would expect them to use this last 26 seconds for their entire possession.
Javelin empty on both. Avonworth looking for a little momentum to go into halftime with. Onishko. Javelin's got it, 13 seconds. 1 on 3.
Look away, finish with that right, I love that.
Great finish in
and
transition.
She's not finished there. She gets another steal and left-handed layup for an and one.
Defense into offense. Lila Javelin taking over quarter 2. 29-11. And it's turned into Lila Javelin taking over.
Yeah, you cannot take a play off, especially going against Lila Javelin. She knew she still had 2.5 seconds left to make a play.
Held ball, and it goes back for Avonworth. But what a spurt in these last few minutes.
Yeah, Fox Chapel, I was expecting a full court press. Let's try to get one more steal and look. But Avonworth will just let that time go off the clock.
That does it for half number 1, 29-11. Fox Chapel up by 18. Looking for revenge from last year's loss to Avonworth. Avonworth. Stick with us. We'll have some halftime fun, and before you know it, third quarter action here for the third ever Pittsburgh Holiday Hoops Classic presented by Edgar, Snyder and Associates. Next on Sportsnet Pittsburgh. Back here at the half at PPG Paints Arena on Sportsnet Pittsburgh for the Pittsburgh Holiday Hoops Classic, 29-11, Fox Chapel ahead of Avonworth. Rachel Zimmerman, Jack Ridenauer here with you. And Rachel, obviously a big-time matchup between these two teams, but we'll take a look at the Steel City High School Showcase schedule coming up this year and some really good matchups coming up down the pipeline. Newcastle and Fox Chapel, always an interesting battle. Central Catholic and Upper St. Clair should also be a really good one in 6A. But the one that has my eye personally is going to be Lincoln Park and Gateway. That's an intriguing one. Gateway, really good in 5A, but Lincoln Park, we know how good they've been in recent memory.
And then in January, we have Montour and Ambridge, Lincoln Park at Chartiers Valley, Seton LaSalle at South Allegheny. And February 3rd, Northgate takes on Swickley Academy. And then February 6th, the fans get to vote. So make sure you're tuning in, staying up, and letting your favorite school get recognized on that February 6th game.
Yes, all games live on KDKA Plus and re-aired on Sportsnet Pittsburgh. Stick with us. We've got some first half highlights, and then before you know it, third quarter action between these two teams. 29-11, Fox Chapel ahead of Avonworth here on the Pittsburgh Holiday Hoops Classic.
In Pittsburgh, only the toughest will come out on top and walk away with the title of champion. At PPG Paints Arena, the PBR Unleash the Beast Tour is coming, February 13th and 14th. Get ready for the best bull riders in the world as they try to hang on for 8 seconds or get a face full of dirt. You gotta be crazy to do this, but crazy is what we do. Ready to be cowboy? Get your tickets. It's bull time.
After you've been in a serious accident, you're going to have a lot of questions about what the insurance company is doing.
These are some we hear all the time.
Why are they trying to get a statement when I'm still in the hospital?
Why are they inspecting my car without my permission?
Why are they asking me to fill out all these forms?
Why are they calling me all day?
Why do I feel like I'm being pressured to take their offer?
Want answers? Call us. And remember, there's never a fee unless we get money for you.
Pittsburgh, get ready to see PPG Paints Arena like never before. PPG Paints Arena tours take you behind the scenes of the home of the Pittsburgh Penguins. This is your chance to step inside the Penguins locker room and feel the history of the 5-time Stanley Cup champs. See the ice from a player's point of view and go where legendary broadcasters called the biggest moments in Penguins history. From championship stories to behind-the-scenes secrets, this tour is the ultimate Penguins experience. Visit ppgpacearena.com and book your tour today.
Megan Trainor, the Get In Girl Tour, live in Pittsburgh, with special guest Icona Pop, Megan Trainor, playing at PPG Paints Arena Saturday, July 11th. Get tickets now at livenation.com.
Back here on Sportsnet Pittsburgh for the Pittsburgh Holiday Hoops Classic, presented by Edgar, Snyder and Associates. At the half, 29-11, Fox Chapel over Avonworth. Rachel Zimmerman, Jack Ridenauer here with you, and let's rewind the tape. Go back to that first half to see how we got to this point. And really, Rachel, it was nip and tuck early on, but ultimately Fox Chapel's defense just put a stranglehold on the Antelopes.
Yeah, Avonworth came out strong, hitting the outside shots early, but since then, Fox Chapel has made adjustments, attacking with their transition, but also hitting some big-time threes behind the arc.
29-11 the score, but you go to that second quarter, and it was an absolute barrage of points for Fox Chapel, outscoring Avonworth 20-4 in that quarter alone. And as you're seeing from those first half highlights, the three-point shooting coming to life for Fox Chapel.
And not only was it just offensively minded sets with the shots, but it's also getting it done defensively. And those offensive boards, they're just here and seem to want it a little bit more than Avonworth.
What are you looking to see from Avonworth in half two?
Yeah, I'm wondering if Avonworth might get out of that zone a little bit, mix up their defense so Fox Chapel is not comfortable, make them put the ball on the floor, because right now they're lights out behind the arc.
29-11, Fox Chapel ahead by 18, biggest lead of the ball game for either team. Fox is looking to move to 4-4 overall. Stick with us. Third quarter coming up next right here on Sportsnet Pittsburgh. Back here inside of PPG Paints Arena, home of the Pittsburgh Penguins for the Pittsburgh Holiday Hoops Classic, presented by Edgar, Snyder and Associates. Game 2 of the day between Fox Chapel and Avonworth. Fox Chapel up by a wide margin, 29-11. Rachel Zimmerman, Jack Ridenauer here with you. Rachel, I know it's always an important part, the first 2-3 minutes of the third quarter, but for Avonworth, how quickly does it need to get back into this game before it turns into a landslide?
Yeah, I think Avonworth needs to understand it's going to not happen all at once. It's going to be one possession at a time, so take pride, value the ball offensively, attack. I haven't seen much of that with their offense, and try to get those finishes. I think they're settling for some questionable shots.
Yeah, Avonworth, again, last year played Fox Chapel, beat Fox Chapel 63-41, but right now the Foxes 2 quarters away from getting some revenge and some pre-holiday winning as well. I know we talked about how this game has no impact on the section, but how important is it for one of these two to just get a win before, albeit not the longest of breaks, but still a couple days off before the holiday?
I think if you talk to anybody in the basketball network, if you can get that win going into your holiday break, it makes the holiday a little bit nicer to celebrate. And you certainly can see that. I got to call the city game yesterday, Pitt versus Duquesne, and that was one of the big focus there. Both they're going to go into break, but both wanted that win before they took some time off.
Well, right now, Fox Chapel 2 quarters away from a pre-Christmas win as McKee can't finish. Sacco. Good save by Avonworth, and the Antelopes, at least for the moment, survive the first defensive stand.
Yeah, one stop down. Now let's see if they can convert.
Onishko, one of the key cogs to this Avonworth team. Onishko dishes, stays with the Antelopes. We mentioned about how good Onishko has been. She has been the leading scorer for Avonworth in 3 consecutive games.
Yeah, leading scorer, leading rebounder, averages a little under 4 steals a game and 3 assists, so she's the do-it-all. We really need to see her get involved.
Great hands by McKee, and a foul, and that goes on McKee. So that is her first and the team's first in the third quarter. She looks around in amazement that she got hit with that one. Well, we're certainly seeing that soccer speed that she possesses, an all-state soccer player. You mentioned in the first half committed to play at Pitt and still has a whole nother year of high school soccer ahead of her.
Yeah, Fox Chapel leading goal scorer, and she is only a junior. Really impressive, and not only just leading scorer for soccer, but second leading scorer for this Fox Chapel basketball team. Still staying in the zone. You're seeing Fox Chapel in a 2-3 right now. I'd love to see some high post entry. Great job getting to the paint.
Nardozzi. Onishko buries it.
Huge answer for Onishko. It's her 4th point of the game. I like that one dribble pull up right there. Building some confidence, and that's what they already did. One stop, they already got a score. Let's continue that momentum.
Jablin sees a lane and takes full advantage.
I think Avonworth has figured out who they need to stop, and that's Lila Jablin. Really need to know where she is at all times.
Biggest lead of the ball game right here at 18. Avonworth in jeopardy of going to 2-4 after today. Obersteiner, good fight with Langford, held ball, and it stays with Avonworth.
Yeah, Langford has about 6 inches on Jablin right there, but like we said earlier in the game, Jablin's small, but she plays big.
Yeah, this is a Fox Chapel team that coming into the year knew it had to find a way around the lack of size it has, and ultimately the kind of gang rebounding, if you will, has been the calling card for Fox Chapel. Good fight down low, and it does stay with Avonworth.
Looked like Sacco got a little piece of that. Ball will stay. The hard thing about going against the zone defense is getting that sense of urgency and getting a good look. It's hard to do a little bit against that zone.
So a 30-second timeout taken by Avonworth. 31-13, Fox Chapel ahead of the Antelopes. We mentioned, though, about how Avonworth last year, an impressive season, 18-9 overall, qualified for the state playoffs. But again, for Fox Chapel, the fact that you break a 3-year skid without making the playoffs, you have to feel pretty good coming into this season. But for Avonworth, you look at how it's coming off of last year and maybe some lingering effects from how strong of a year it had. And obviously, when you play that much basketball, that deep into the springtime, probably does have some after effect into the next year.
Absolutely. And you know these girls, majority of these girls are playing AAU. They play, Coach Nick Dizon is an AAU coach. He coaches for Slam. They're playing almost all year round. So it's nice to see a lot of these players are playing soccer and multi-sport athletes just to mix things up. That is really important.
Well, Avonworth right now trying to avoid going to 2-4 overall, as it does stay with the Antelopes, but also, again, picking up a win against Fox Chapel for a second consecutive year. Last year, these two squared off in the regular season finale before both went on to the WPIAL playoffs.
Here, they're playing a man-to-man switching on all these handoffs. Instead of going north-south, Avonworth's just continuing to go east-west.
It also seems that Avonworth has started its offense so far away from the basket.
Yeah, they have not gotten many paint touches, and that's really crucial to get a good offense going.
Onishko empty. And again, Jablin with just unrelenting defense.
Yeah, she's not letting up at all.
Pops a three. Good scramble and
another offensive rebound for Fox Chapel. They really want that ball and know every possession is important. Oh, little soccer skills right there. Kick uncalled.
Lafakis Hanley, a very good soccer player. And McKee again just scrambling around a timeout for Fox Chapel. But Rachel, this is some incredible group rebounding by the Foxes. And again, we keep mentioning how a lack of size kind of forces your hand to do this, and clearly it's working really well for them.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they do a lot of offensive board practice drills during their practices, or if he just has them playing that intense at all times. But they know that any shot that goes up, they're going to go in and attack and try to keep their possessions alive.
Fox Chapel coming off a loss against Alderdice, so trying to get back into the win column. Before the loss to the Dragons, had won the previous two in a row, beating Penn Hills by 1 and then throttling Gateway 60-22. It's been an up and down start to the year for both teams, but this could very well be a game to try and at least set one of these two on the right course to a lengthy run in the section. Not to mention for Avonworth, if it could get a win today, would be a huge win going up against a Fox Chapel team that is 2 classifications higher than Avonworth. Lafakis Hanley has to get it in. Finds Nina Kolakowski. Strong drive. To the charity stripe she goes.
If you watch that possession a little bit more, it's the baseline out of bounds play was set up with Nina setting so many screens. And a lot of times when you're watching as a young player and you're thinking, all I do is set screens, it opened her up to get that ball and attack the rim right there. And she's getting rewarded for taking it to them.
First one out. Split trip, biggest lead of the game, 19-point edge. Again, this was just a 2-point separation after the first quarter, but that 20-4 quarter in favor of Fox Chapel has put a huge dent in this one.
Great job breaking that pressure. I like that penetration, just didn't finish on that layup. That can
Nishko takes it away, and it's back down for Fox Chapel.
That's the type of offense that I think if Avonworth can connect, that's going to really help them get into the game faster.
Less than 5 minutes remain in quarter 3.
And Avonworth has to kind of mix up their defense, going into more of a man defense, because if I'm Fox Chapel, I'll just hold this and let this clock run.
Jablin goes to the free throw line, continues to be the aggressor in this second half.
Jablin is just the catalyst for the Foxes. She's really a 3-level scorer, but gets things done defensively. But you can see that she has that scoring mentality. Great take. You know, her dad runs a gym out in Fox Chapel, Elevate, and that's always a perk whenever you can go to a gym and work on your game anytime you want. So Elevate is that gym over in Sharpsburg.
Not to mention the idea of having to do that extra training when she goes off to play college basketball. She's going to have to know as she hits the second free throw that everybody's a good basketball player, and it's what you do in the weight room and in the off season that separates you.
And I think that's what's something she takes pride in, that she will always outwork people. Great take, extra ball pass by Allie Leinhart right there. And that's a quick score. Avonworth needs to continue to do that.
33-15 Fox Chapel, halfway gone in quarter three. Shevchuk, no. Good board by Onishko. Avonworth now trying to string some possessions together here. Obersteiner gets the friendly roll.
I like it. Back-to-back scores for Avonworth. It's starting to build some momentum their way. Just got to stop.
33-17. Fox Chapel trying to stave off a comeback by Avonworth. And a 3-second violation on Ella Shevchuk.
If you're Avonworth, you will take it. Another turnover. Not letting Fox Chapel get points on the board.
Now we see Fox Chapel going back to the 1-2-2 pressure it implemented in the first half.
Tough cross-court pass right from the opposite corner. That's never a spot you want to pick up that ball, but a lot of distance that ball had to make across a lot of defenders. Risky.
So another turnover for the Antelopes, and immediately when that full court pressure put on, Antelopes crumble. Sacco slips free and goes right back to the free throw line.
Yeah, I really like that cut Sacco makes. She came from the short corner up to the high post. Jablin found her.
Linhart gets hit with it, her first and the team's third. Sacco at the line.
Sacco had a big-time three in that second quarter. Only averages 5 points, but brings a lot to this team in so many ways beyond what the stat sheet shows.
And a good sign that she is back to full strength after missing a good bit of time with an injury during AAU season. A split trip, and the held ball arrow favors Fox Chapel. So this Fox's team humming right now, trying to have amnesia from a recent loss to Alderdice, not to mention avenge last year's loss to the Antelopes.
Great cut by Jablin. She pulls it back out. Didn't like what she saw.
Spins, floats.
You got that. I love that up and under move. Just because of that, I wanted that to really fall for her. Great take by Jablin.
Talk about a shooter's roll, and she gets it. Back to that biggest lead, a 19-point edge for Fox Chapel. No dice for Frank. McKee ends the sequence.
When you're looking at this game, one thing that is definitely sticking out is the rebounding. And you always hear that from coaches. If we're going to win, we got to get that rebounding battle. Beautiful drive and find by Jablin. She's outstanding. I love that finish by Kaya Koglowski.
And McKee gets in on the mix. Scramble on Nishko. And a foul. This goes on Fox Chapel.
A lot of bodies on the floor right there.
Kaya Kolakowski, the guilty party. That's her first, team second. Well, like you said too, Rachel, these two teams doing really well in the respective sections they come from. So this could be a big kind of measuring stick game for both to try and build on going into the back half of the season.
Yeah, I think Fox Chapel has to be really pleased with their outing, but at the same time, Avonworth can walk away from this. You know, the game is definitely not over, but where can you grow and learn from your mistakes? How can you improve against this zone defense? And that's what it is about right now at this point of the season.
Obersteiner goes to the free throw line. One way to get back into a game, go to the free throw line.
Absolutely. If shots are not falling, you got to get the ball inside and start building some confidence by making those easy buckets or from the free throw line.
Kaya Kolakowski hit with her second foul as she checks out, and in comes Abby Goodman.
Abby Goodman, a sophomore forward. She's made major improvements over the offseason. She's undersized but very skilled, and she works on her craft.
Robinson gets active, one of the few freshmen on this Avonworth team. She goes to the free throw line.
Robinson getting rewarded for crashing those boards. And look at them. They're getting more opportunities to score, and there's no time off the clock. That's how you're going to chip away at this deficit. Just need these balls to go through the rim.
You can't leave these points on the board like this. Minute 42 to go in quarter three. Empty trip for Robinson. Here comes McKee. Jablin resets.
A little ball screen action.
Sheds through a couple defenders. Loose ball. Jablin saves, but back down for Avonworth. So Avonworth is getting the stops it needs, but right now, Rachel just cannot convert offensively.
Right. That's definitely frustrating. They're doing it on the defensive end. They just need to get that ball in the hoop. And it's got to start with right here who has the ball. Bria Anichko, definitely capable of it. Great rip.
Obersteiner, much needed.
That definitely was a huge three by Meg Obensteiner. She is a strong shooter, high impact defender, and knocking it down when her team needs it the most.
Avonworth's first made three of the half. 48 seconds remain in quarter three. McKee can't answer. Robinson with a strong board. And again, Avonworth with the door slightly open here.
I felt like Obensteiner should continue. She had that transition game. Don't let Fox Chapel set up their defense.
Onishko can't get the roll. Robinson leaps in. Obersteiner. Nardozzi.
Great
Onishko.
board.
And now the rebounding comes to Avonworth here in the third quarter.
Avonworth's rebounding has come to life. They just got 4 offensive opportunities by that never quit mentality.
Nina Kolakowski, the guilty party. Onishko coming off a 16-point performance in the recent win against Deer Lakes. Go back to the game prior against Shadyside Academy, had 13. And you go back 3 games prior, she had 20 in a big win against Ligonier Valley.
She's definitely capable of putting the ball in the basket, and right now needs to fall more than ever. Nice knockdown.
Gets the second. 16 seconds remain in quarter three. Sacco hops.
All right, good take. Just doesn't fall.
Iron unkind, 8 seconds to go. Jablin. Too strong. Obersteiner.
She gave it a look.
And there is 0.2 on the clock. So just an inbound, yep.
Not much you can really do with that
Nope.
amount of time.
Gotta love the effort, but won't sneak that one through. Let's go to the fourth quarter. 38-21 Fox Chapel. 8 minutes away from moving to 4-4 overall and avenging last year's loss to Avonworth right here on Sportsnet Pittsburgh.
Nate Bargatze.
It's a lot to have 2 dogs because you got to open the back door and let 2 dogs out.
Big Dumb Eyes World Tour. PPG Paints Arena, July 30th and 31st. Tickets available at Ticketmaster.com.
At Laway, we understand the power of personalization. From hats to water bottles, our expert services include screen printing, embroidery, and a variety of promotional items. We also specialize in team sports gear. What truly sets Laway apart is our dedicated design team, including our talented on-staff graphic designers and exponential customer service. Choose Laway to make a lasting impression on and off the field.
This game is once in a century. Be there at PPG Paints Arena on December 26th. Go to HarlemGlobetrotters.com for your tickets to the 100-year tour.
Rascal Flatts, Life is a Highway Tour 2026. Friday, February 27th, PPG Paints Arena. Country music's greatest vocal group, Rascal Flatts. Back on the road. With special guests Lauren Elena and Chris Lane. Tickets on sale now. Buy tickets at Ticketmaster.com. Rascal Flatts Live.
Get ready, Pittsburgh. The Steel City High School Hoop Showcase is here. See the top talent in the WPIAL take the court. Catch 10 weeks of unforgettable action on Sportsnet Pittsburgh. It all tips off January 9th as Newcastle faces Fox Chapel.
3 quarters down, let's go to the fourth here for Game 2 of the Pittsburgh Holiday Hoops Classic presented by Edgar, Snyder and Associates. Rachel Zimmerman and Jack Ridenauer here with you courtside at PPG Paints Arena. Time running out for Avonworth, who's trying to get a third win in the last 4 games, but Fox Chapel, who's looking to stave off a second straight loss, 8 minutes away from a 4th overall win. Quickly fired away by Linhart. Check that. Elena Kosaric on the 3, and she quickly picks up the foul.
Yeah, during break we were talking about that third quarter swing. Avonworth scored 10 points there, Fox Chapel 11, so better performance on Avonworth's end. It was just that second quarter that really set Fox Chapel apart thus far.
You break down that second quarter, 20-4 was the scoring edge in favor of Fox Chapel. 12 of the 20 points came from 3.
Yeah, you can see a little bit of intensity increase for Avonworth right there, doubling the ball pressure.
Jablin gets hit. Quickly the second team foul.
Jablin's got it to the free throw line quite a few times today, just haven't knocked many of them down. That's her third. But doing it in all other areas today for her Foxes.
That fell on Megan Obersteiner. That's a big one, Rachel, because one of the key cogs offensively for Avonworth hit with her third foul. Jablin with a split trip, but she redeems herself. Beautiful find. Nina Kolakowski puts it through.
She is so fun to watch right there. She rips the ball out. You don't know where she's going. Double team, finds her teammate. Really fun player to watch.
Here's Obersteiner.
Good hands.
Frank. Robinson. And can't find Kosaric. Did have her open on the back door.
Yeah, the idea was definitely there. Post play, post to post pass, but a little too much juice on that.
Minute gone in this fourth quarter. Make sure you stay with us all day long. We'll have 2 more games after this one on the Pittsburgh Holiday Hoops Classic on Sportsnet Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I'll be coming back down. There's a lot of good games still left to be played.
Pine Richland and Swickley Academy boys at 6, and then Montour and Mars boys at 8.
The ball pressure has definitely increased from Avonworth. We'll see. Nice extra pass. Yeah, I wasn't sure if they were going to call that foul first, but they got the travel first. If she just would have put that ball on the rack a little bit, she would have been okay.
Nardozzi back in for Avonworth. And take a look back as Geller maybe a little too open, as they say. Either way for Avonworth, like we keep reiterating, outside of that second quarter, it's been a fairly close game, but scored just 4 points in that 8-minute span.
Jablin locking down defensively. Obenstein wants to set it up. Looks.
Winishko, she's been held in check today as the leading scorer. Robinson bothered. Obersteiner, she's fouled.
Yeah, she got bailed out right there, but hey, I will take it if I'm Avonworth. I can shoot 2 free throws with no time off the clock, getting me back into this game.
Geller gets hit with her second. Obersteiner, like her teammate Onishko, an all-section soccer player. She gets the first free throw to go. Langford checks back in. Obersteiner has certainly tried to impose her will at times this afternoon.
Yeah, she's knocked down 2 threes already. She's attacking the rim.
Split trip. Nina Kolakowski gashes in. Iron unkind. Sticks with it. Jablin weaves and draws a foul.
It's frustrating. You make a stop, and then you let that offensive board go back to Fox Chapel having to play another defensive possession, and you bail them out with a foul.
Foul on Onishko.
Making sure everybody's tucked in, looking nice.
Sophie Jacobs recently checked in, getting told to tuck in the jersey.
Yeah, she's a senior, she's the captain, but three-sport athlete really brings a lot with volleyball, lacrosse, and basketball as well.
Nina Kolakowski shoves it back in, and the lead grows to the biggest advantage on the afternoon, a 21-point lead for Fox Chapel. Good pull by Nardozzi, and she gets it to go.
Great stop and pop by Nardozzi. Keeping a pulse in this Lopes offense.
This seems like a point where, for Avonworth, at this point, you just want to try and string some good possessions together and get some good film to go and reevaluate.
Can't leave her open. Jablin can hit it from outside, but she'll also take it to you. Another and one opportunity by your senior leader, Lila Jablin.
Big time finish for Jablin, a chance at 3 for number 1 in white. So the foul is the 4th on Avonworth.
Her earlier and one, she was unable to connect on that free throw, so it's always nice to walk away saying, yeah, I got it, and one. Here we go.
Completes it.
Nylon.
A 46-24 lead for Fox Chapel, inching closer and closer to bouncing back after losing recently. Nardozzi. Good box out down low by Langford, and Onishko benefits.
Great job staying on that offensive board end. Great finish. Got to get back and play some transition D.
4.5 to go. Jablin, the blow by. Nifty. She goes again to the free throw line.
Yeah, you can hear Avonworth's bench right now saying, you got to pick up the ball pressure, and that's important, but you got to do it smart. Do not bail out some crazy drives and giving another opportunity for Jablin to make free throws when she just sank one.
Well, Fox Chapel will be shooting free throws for the next 4:24. That was team foul number 5 for Avonworth. Jablin knocks in the first.
Some substitutions are coming in, letting some players get some time right here on the big floor.
It's certainly a very cool experience for these players, playing on the very floor that Sidney Crosby just got himself even higher in the record books yesterday. All-time career points leader for the Penguins. PPG Paints Arena, the home for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Nardozzi sees the lanes part.
Wow, she was able to go coast to coast right there. Nobody picked up ball.
Well, that right there, Rachel, kind of has described how this afternoon has gone for Avonworth. Has had some chances, but just could not dig into this deficit. Down by 22 now. Good sign, though, by Frank. Dishes. Obersteiner. Avonworth staring in the face of a 4th overall loss would be a 2-4 start for the Antelopes through 6 games. Jablin.
Jablin's putting on a clinic, already has a 20-piece game in her belt. Let's see what else she's adding.
Onishko rolls off. Back tapped. Kept alive by Nardozzi. She draws contact on Lafakis Hanlon.
We're all over the ball handler right there. Only the team's second foul.
So checks in for Fox Chapel. Abby Goodman checks back in for the Foxes. You go back to the loss against Alderdice, and ironically enough, the second quarter is where Fox Chapel played its best as well, as it stays with Avonworth, held the Dragons to just 6 second quarter points, but ultimately could not finish that game, lost by 14 to Alderdice.
Jack, I really like that offensive look that Avonworth just did, a box set. They look like they're going back up to it. High up ball screens.
Obersteiner can't save it. Had Frank open on the initial action, but could not feed it to her. 3:20 remains in this fourth frame. And it was just a 2-point separation after the first quarter. But Fox Chapel found a second gear in that second quarter and has not looked back.
Yeah, that second quarter is what set them apart. If you think about those 20 points that they were able to come by, Jablin is just having a day, can get to the rim when she wants.
Bacchus Hanley gets hit with her second quickly, and the team's third foul in the fourth quarter. Just about a whole line change here for Avonworth. Robinson, Barnes, Kosarich, along with Linhart all check in for Avonworth. And even our announcer, Brandon Ross, I said, a herd of antelopes. Could have said it better myself. Obersteiner hemmed in.
Tough ball screen right there, leading her into nowhere really to go on that sideline. Fox Chapel ends up being able to get rewarded with that tough defense.
A frustrating afternoon for Avonworth, especially on the rebounding side. Fox Chapel has dominated on the glass today. 2.5 remains in this one. Fox Chapel zeroing in on moving to 500 overall.
Oberstein has a tough defensive assignment with Jablin. You almost don't want her to get the ball back in her hands.
Jablin pulls. Can't get the bounce. Good board by Kolakowski. Jablin tapped around. Here comes Obersteiner. Fakes. Good transition defense by Fox Chapel.
Yeah, I like that look away. She's asking for that call. Felt like she got hacked on going up. But she'll be subbing out. A little frustrated.
Close, but I could see the no call.
Yeah.
Either way, it has certainly been a frustrating day for Obersteiner. But again, for Avonworth, you're going up against a team that is 2 classifications higher than you. Obviously has no impact on the section game, so for both these teams could really take a lot away from this matchup and carry that into section play.
I think Fox Chapel really came to play. You know, if the ball's not going in the hoop early on like it wasn't, they found other ways, and it was done on their offensive rebounds, attacking, and definitely defensively making plays. It appears that they're in no hurry to get another look, but if it happens, they'll take it.
Foul's on Onishko. At least it seems to be on Onishko. That would be her 4th if that's the case. Puts McKee at the line. It is on Onishko, so that's her 4th. I think we're also starting to see a little bit of the final stages, Rachel, of the playing keep away in the final minute of the game, because you and I were talking about how shot clock is coming into play a few years from now in Pennsylvania high school basketball, but it's a former Pennsylvania high school basketball player. Are you excited for that?
Yeah, I've gone to a couple games this year, and the conversation has been brought up. It's going to be really elevate, I think, the game at that high school level and make it a lot more fun to watch, but also be part of, you know. And it just, all those players who aspire to play at the next level, it will prepare them for it.
That, I think, is the biggest point, is the preparation as Onishko too strong. Batted around and McKee has it. Because you see a lot of players that come to the next level, and it's a big change when you've got now a 30-second time frame to do something.
Right. And right now, you'll see that, wow, that's a physical play right there. And they're, still a little over a minute, but they're still diving for loose balls. But yeah, to your point, I think it will really help elevate the game and make there more of an urgency to score. You won't see as much zone and settling for, that perfect shot like some high school teams sometimes try to do.
Linhart tied up, and the arrow favors Fox Chapel.
I think Fox Chapel is playing very physical. I might have been able to get away with some no calls right there. I thought Brio Nichko got a little fouled on that penetration and kick.
Franchino brings it over. 50 seconds until Fox Chapel is victorious. Good strong drive for the Foxes. Abby Goodman as she goes to the free throw line.
Yeah, she's a great inside presence, but she's known to knock down a couple outside shots. But she's growing into more of a consistent varsity role for her team. And this is a great floor to do it.
Gets the first to go. You mentioned about the youth, too, about Fox Chapel. She's one of those key youthful players, one of 8 sophomores on this Fox Chapel team. It's the second.
Knocking down 2 free throws, and that's all you want. You give me the opportunity, I will connect.
Final 40 seconds as Avonworth will fall to 2-4 overall before Christmas.
I recently had the chance to see one of Fox Chapel's great, Megan Cower. She played and graduated in 2004, played and did significant career there. Ended up playing at Princeton, but we were just both inducted into the Pittsburgh Hall of Fame together, and it was really great to see. So I know she will be proud of her Foxes today.
Well, a big congratulations to you and her on your induction. That's very cool.
Oh, thank you.
That's very cool.
Yeah, no, very, very cool. And just seeing where basketball is right now, girls basketball, high school basketball on the platforms like this, it's amazing. And I couldn't be more proud and excited for the young talent coming up.
Franchino, her first, team's 4th. Yeah, it also feels like, especially in Western Pennsylvania, I mean, basketball is really starting to bubble up even more than it has in, the last 5-10 years.
Yeah, I would agree. And it's just great to see people actually here taking their Monday, tuning in, watching from home. And that just is a testament to what Western Pennsylvania basketball really is.
Well, final 5 seconds. As Fox Chapel and Avonworth were in a 2-point game. Final shot fired off and out by Weber. But either way you look at it, Fox Chapel runs away with this one after a 2-point lead through 8 minutes, explodes for 20 second quarter points, and Fox Chapel victorious 50-26 and avoid a second straight loss to move to 500 overall. Rachel, we saw a great one, especially for Fox Chapel and for Avonworth. Again, not the end of the world, have a lot to learn from this type of game.
Yeah, it's going to really be hard to walk away with a win whenever you only score 5 or 4 points per quarter when defensively you're letting up, 11 points. So I think definitely things to learn, take away. But yeah, this isn't a definitive sign of what the rest of the season's going to be.
It was 9-7 in favor of Fox Chapel after quarter 1, and then a 20-4 barrage offensively for the Foxes opened up the floodgates. Once again, a final here from Game 2 of the Pittsburgh Holiday Hoops Classic, presented by Edgar, Snyder and Associates, 50-26. Fox Chapel now sits at 4-4 overall, and Avonworth slides to 2-4. For our whole crew here today at JRM Sports, for our director, Nate Fennell, our assistant producer, Madison Benedict, our producer, Jake Mislipchik, for Rachel Zimmerman, I'm Jack Ridenauer signing off. Never saying goodbye, just a see you later. Happy holidays right here from Sportsnet Pittsburgh.